January 13, 2018. I'm troubleshooting this Kenwood TS 690S HF transceiver, and I am trying to figure out how come the remote output there's a remote output relay that clicks in, supposed to click in when transmitting so that you can key an external amplifier, and I want to use it to control a transmit receive switch so that I can have external SDR on receive, and have it hooked up to the same antenna as the transceiver. So it's on the connector called remote, and it seems to be well documented. See if continuity is working. Okay, and so common is the center, the pin in the middle, so it's not really possible to get confused by whether we're looking at the male or the female side of this. And the pin down here, this is pin what is it, 6, is the relay in the normally closed position, and then 4 is the normally open position. So this is just telling us that these probes do in fact make contact with the socket good enough that so we're not having that problem. So I can put these probes in, so we expect that when I transmit that this is going to close, we're going to hear the continuity beep, and then I'm going to be able to function. So I have this connected to a dummy load, and I've got the power down to about 5 watts. CW mode, and let's see what happens when I push transmit. And let me check that it's really transmitting. It says that it's on air, that it's got 6 watts or so on the front panel, and that's it. And you know, there's lots of buttons. I could have something wrong. Transmitting again, nothing happening. So that is my initial symptom. So the next thing to do, I've looked at the schematic. There's a relay in there. There's lots of resources on the internet. I have the service manual. The next step is to take the covers off, see if I can find that relay and see what might be wrong with this thing. So this has been on the shelf for about 20 years. Last time I used it was in the 1990s, and now it's 2018. And last time I used it, we had a lightning strike. Everything seems to work fine on it. This is the first thing that receive seems to work fine. It receives at WWV at the right frequency, 10 megahertz, and transmit appears to work. Seems to put out 100 watts into the dummy load across all the bands. So possibly something happened to the lightning strike. The lightning strike, I had a auto tuner hooked up to it, which was destroyed, which seems to have absorbed most of the lightning strike. So I don't know whether this is a lightning problem, but if it's a lightning problem, maybe we'll be able to see some burnt up parts in here. So next episode will be this thing with the covers off. January 13, 2018.